a quick reply, and didn't think twice about it. If I'd known what that surprise was, I would have told her to cancel it immediately. I hadn't planned on crossing paths with Eileen again, but one of the family elders had a birthday coming up, and given how far back our families went, we'd inevitably end up at the same party. When I arrived with a gift in hand though, what I walked into was no birthday celebration. It was a proposal. Marcus was down on one knee. The moment he spotted me, a mocking smirk tugged at the corner of his mouth. He slid a diamond ring onto Eileen's finger with deliberate slowness. Congratulations. My parents were the first to start clapping. I stared at them, bewildered. Isn't today Grandpa's birthday? It is. But your grandfather said he wanted to double the celebration. I frowned. You were all this eager to rush their engagement? I genuinely thought this was just... My father cleared his throat. The reason we kept it from you, well, we were afraid you'd try to ruin it. Did you know? Eileen just became the national director at Apex Group. Apex? I froze. That was my company. The one I'd co-founded with my college partner. A daughter-in-law like Eileen doesn't come along every day. Of course we had to lock down the engagement while we could. My mother's voice softened. We know you have feelings for her, sweetheart, but you can't force these things. She's never felt that way about you. Not in all these years. It's time to let go. I said nothing. I looked down at my phone and messaged my partner. Please tell me the surprise isn't Eileen Mason. She sent back a laughing emoji. We all know you're crazy about her. I handled the national staffing myself. She reports directly to you now. You two are going to be joined at the hip from here on out. Haha. I pressed my palm against my forehead. Hey, isn't that Russ Farley? Eileen Mason's little puppy dog? Oh my god, it is. He actually showed up. Look at his face. That poor, tortured expression. I almost feel bad for him. The whispers needled into my skull like a migraine. I gave up on the party and ducked into a side room to call my partner and sort this out. After I'd finished explaining that I was over Eileen, I opened the door. A hand shot out and locked around my wrist. I was dragged down the hallway and shoved into the stairwell. Eileen! I pulled back, caught off guard. She released me with a flick of her wrist. You saw what happened tonight. Her voice was ice. I frowned at her. Marcus and I are engaged now. It's time you found someone and settled down too. Settled down? I let out a dry laugh. Not in my plans at the moment. So you're just going to keep clinging to something that was never yours? I blinked. Then it clicked. She'd misread me completely. What I mean is, I'm not looking to get married because my career is still taking off. That's all. Eileen studied me for a long moment. She laughed suddenly. Don't you think that's a pathetic excuse? I froze. The CEO of Apex is a man around your age. Even he has his mind on settling down. So what exactly are you pretending for? I couldn't find a rebuttal. Everyone knew I'd been lovesick for years. The problem was, now that I'd finally come to my senses, nobody believed it. Not even my own business partner. Let me make this clear, Russ. She lifted her chin. I didn't like you before, and now that I'm engaged, there's even less of a chance. If you keep throwing yourself at me, I'll only despise you more. Unless, her eyes narrowed. You think you can be my side piece? In that moment, I understood myself even less than before. This woman standing in front of me, shallow, arrogant, completely classless. Why had I torn myself apart fighting with Marcus over her? A cold laugh escaped my throat. I turned and walked away. My partner would have to come apologize on her own time. I stood at the banquet, quietly nursing a drink. A snap of fingers. 7 or 8 women descended on me, surrounding me on all sides. Well, if it isn't the eldest Farley son, Eileen's engagement party, and you actually showed up. We were all betting you'd be too heartbroken to come. Looks like the eldest young master is still carrying that torch. A hand slid onto my thigh. I shoved it away in irritation. Ooh, a few years studying abroad and suddenly he's too good for us. This isn't like the old days when you were begging us to put in a good word for you. Back when I was hopelessly in love with Eileen, I hadn't just groveled for her. I'd groveled for her entire circle. Marcus was the multi-talented one, the one I could never measure up to. My only hope had been these women, convincing them to say something kind about me in front of Eileen. I'd memorized all of Eileen's hobbies. I'd memorized all of their hobbies too. Every year, I sent lavish gifts, practically bribing them to help me leave a good impression. Looking back now, I genuinely couldn't fathom the person I used to